Some people are hopeless romantics when it comes to finding something in need of love and having the urge to fix it. I am one of these people. Whether it's a house, a piece of land, or a business, when I find one, it's like I can't walk away. My head starts spinning with what I know something can be, and I can't stop until I've made what I saw in my head into reality. Like this one here, most of the houses we take on are what people call teardowns. Everyone says they aren't worth saving. But I see what they can be, and I see what a life could be like in these houses. So we fix them. And eventually we move on to fix new places, leaving something loved behind for someone new. This is the story of how we make it work. It was spring, and we were busy minding our own business at home, trying to plant a garden when the call came.
Hey, Josie, can you come fill up with water?
Why don't I get to do any water?
Because you're doing the flower drop-in.
Josie, no, go the other way. Yeah.
I want to do a turn to
You can get a water turn.
Play is not awesome.
Roy, you want to do the flowers?
Yeah.
Ready?
Hey, babe, I'm getting a call from Melanie.
We always told ourselves we wouldn't get involved if the cabin ever went on the market, but when our realtor Melanie called to let us know it was on the market, we couldn't stop thinking about it. I don't really know why we made an offer. Our biggest fear was that someone would tear it down. There's a lot of love for this little place around town, and many of us wanted to see it preserved. But it was more than fear that plunged us into our newest adventure. It was also the innate desire in me to see a vision to completion. I had already seen this beautiful, vintage-inspired beach camp way of living in my mind and just couldn't get it out of my head. I wanted to make that for someone, though I didn't know whom. We were already knee-deep in the Dune House project, which was going well at the time, but the last thing we needed was another project.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Be free with me. Be free. Be free. Be free with me.
Daddy, does this attract bees?
What?
Does this attract bees?
Does that attract bees?
What's that?
It says Bee and Willow Home with Lauren Lease.
But why?
Does it attract?
But Daddy, is it for bees?
No, it's not for bees, it's for people. What do you think of this place?
I'm in love. I feel like we don't really need to do anything now that we're really in here. Like, I don't even mind the counters. I mean, we could eventually need counters, but maybe that's like later. I love how
Mommy,
vintage it is.
can I keep this?
Yes.
Yay.
Where are we?
Hard.
Okay, we are here at our newest project, and it's a beach cabin. We bought it from the original owners, and we're slightly renovating it, fixing it up, and renting it out. Here come more children. You guys want to come in and see? I think it's the oldest house on the street and one of the oldest houses in the area. We're so excited. This has been one of those houses that we've looked at for so long. It's actually owned by the same person that we bought our little cottage from. And so we'd always kind of walked by it. And when it went on the market, there were a lot of talk about people tearing it down and putting a big house. And we love how charming it is, and so wanted to preserve it. So
You know, she said it was like late 60s.
late 60s.
And the county records say the 80s.
Oh, which we know is wrong.
Exactly.
Okay. The front door is amazing. Love the design. And it's got the old copper screens. It's kind of crazy, but this house was designed by an architect who worked for Frank Lloyd Wright. So things are done just like so well in here. It's crazy. Already we did paint the original floors. They were not in great shape. So we just painted them a white to kind of brighten up the house. It's super dark. But we have this original board and batten paneling. I'm obsessed with it. It's pine. It's got like a little greenish tinge to it. So I think I'm gonna keep it. We're calling this place the Beach Cabin because it feels like a cabin.
Josie, what is it? What'd you say about it?
Nice little haunted house.
Oh good. Our new house is haunted. We have to get this place livable like right now so people can stay here. Okay? There is a bedroom in the front. We'll probably phase this renovation. So phase 1 might just be like getting it decorated, but phase 2 would be putting a whole wall of sliding glass doors to walk out to the side patio. The other front bedroom, which is identical, just reversed, where we have basically the same plans in place. And I love these remind me of like, I don't know, I call them like summer camp windows, but I love the windows so much in this house. But I think it'd be really cool to get the sides with, screen or sliding doors. So you can just walk out on the deck in the morning, walk right out. There is only one bathroom in the entire house, and the laundry is in the bathroom. We need to get new doors put on that, I guess.
They're right.
Are they? I was like, where did the doors go? Okay, good. There goes some children. And then here is the third bedroom. Maybe the bunk room, maybe do some built-in bunk beds in there. And then it looks like the closet light is on. I wonder how long that has been on for. A really cool thing. You guys want to see this? Really cool thing, which we discovered after we bought the house. Watch at work. I feel like the cameraman needs to do this, which we discovered after we bought it. So I feel like I'm going to break it. Am I not going to break it?
You're not gonna break it.
Okay. Here is something amazing. So,
Ooh, it's
it's so cool. Do you want to come up first? Or do you want me to go first?
I don't know.
You go
It
first?
looks like
I'll
it'll
come
break easily. Oh yeah. Dad, this room is, whoa, secret tunnels. Oh, hey, can I turn this on? Oh,
There's no light bulbs.
please, Dad, escape. Flashlight.
No.
Oh, look good.
Hey.
Okay, so this was one of the rooms we discovered. It's amazing. I feel like we get 4 beds up here.
Mommy, can we go down?
This is the great room, the room that made us really fall in love with the house when the owner showed it to us, and it's amazing. Check it out. Got these vaulted ceilings, skylights, buried beneath all this furniture. I am obsessed with these kitchen cabinets. This is the first house I've ever gotten in, and I'm like, I don't even need to redo the kitchen. Check out how the board and batten from the walls and ceiling literally goes onto the kitchen cabinets. It's like incredible and so beautifully, so perfectly made. The seams continue perfectly and then come down to the bottom cabinets. Okay, if I can figure out how to open that. But how amazing is this? So I'm gonna show you the fireplace, which is totally hidden behind everything, but come check it out. It's just cinder block right now, but I wanna cover it in seashells. So we are collecting away. I think it's gonna be really neat. The back porch is one of my favorite spots in the house. Just love the yard. Maybe do some porch swings, maybe a dining table out here. I can't get up there right now, but another crazy thing is we pulled down, maybe you can see, there's literally another awesome loft room up in there with these stairs. We've been looking at it for years, but we're like, no, we're not gonna do it. It's too crazy. But then we ended up doing it because it kind of tugged at our heartstrings. The thought of it getting knocked down was just didn't want to do that. So we'll keep you posted. I'm so excited for you to see it. Beach cabin. Life with 7 people and 3 dogs in an 800 square foot tiny cottage is a bit hectic and crazy, but it's forced us to bond with each other really closely, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We were already knee-deep working on Dune House, our large oceanfront investment property in Duck, North Carolina, when we took on the beach cabin. Building had gone crazy in the Outer Banks, and contractors were booked for months out. To help us finish out both the Dune House and the beach cabin, we were bringing in some of our tradespeople from Northern Virginia. We weren't quite sure what we would do with the property, but we were thinking we would keep it as a rental, and then one day when our kids grew up, they could stay in it near us at Lost Cottage.
Remember? Trundle bed.
I forgot this was the house.
The trundle bed from the Dune House is going to go in here.
Can this be our house?
Yeah, maybe one day when you guys are older and you have babies. And Daisy's too.
There was nowhere to stay at the time, so we were readying beach cabin so that the contractors and tradespeople could stay in beach cabin while they worked on Dune House. We didn't yet have new furniture for beach cabin, so we used a lot of the old furniture from the original Dune House to furnish temporarily beach cabin. It wasn't much, but it was all we could get our hands on at the time.
What do you think of the house? You want to live there?
I want that to be my house when I'm still a kid.
Aurora wasn't the only one thinking about moving into beach cabin. As we thought about how squeezed in our family of 7 was in our little lost cottage, we began imagining what it might be like to live at beach cabin.
Your heart.
It's the times that I allow my imagination to run wild, that I open my heart up to possibilities, that I feel my truest self, my most free. This little cabin, so full of history, so full of soul, drew us to it. I love the maritime forests of the Outer Banks with their massive ancient live oaks just as much as I love the ocean. There's a wisdom in these trees that have seen so much. As my kids have climbed the live oak at the Lost Cottage more times than I can count, I'm reminded of the time my son Louis said, "Mom, I think the tree likes having us climb it." That October, in a moment I'm sure was meant to be, Dave and I had taken a last-minute trip to the Lost Cottage and saw that the power company was on our street, cutting down the upper branches of all the live oaks on the street. We got to them just in time to stop them from cutting our beloved oak and all of the oaks west of ours, including the oak in front of the beach cabin. It took months of calling and trying to get through to the power company to finally convince them to bury all of the power lines on our beloved Sand Street to protect these beautiful trees. In a world obsessed with newness and progress, there are some of us who are called to preserve, to protect. We watch as old houses go down all the time around here. And so even though we had no idea what we were doing with the beach cabin, we knew we were at least saving it.
What'd you say?
I knew you were home. No one's here. No one's here except for Daddy and me. This is Mommy Make designing a house. She's making a bed, but I need to take the video for her. It's looking pretty good. Let's go to the next bed and show it what it looks like. This is what the bed looks like. It's a pretty type. All the flowers bloom. So, I like bouncy beds.
Wait, we just made the beds, Roar.
And
While
I like
Aurora
the
typically
bouncy-
likes to get involved in every little detail of redoing houses, Giselle enjoys chilling.
You're doing sweet thing.
Love this before the storm.
Mama, can you put another hammock up?
I'll ask Daddy. I snuck away on a rainy day for a bit to go to the beach cabin to get started on the design. The feeling of the beach cabin was palpable. It had soul. From the moment I saw the original cinder block fireplace, I knew I wanted to cover it in seashells, a project I'd been dreaming about for a long time. I measured it out, trying to figure out how many more seashells I needed to add to our already extensive collection. I began working on a very simple design for the beach cabin, one that would play up its mid-century vibe. My goal was to make it look as if we hadn't done a thing. I would let the cabin tell me what it wanted, which was very little. I spent time in the empty house picturing it ever so gently revamped. My plans for the house evolved over time, unlike most, which are set from the get-go. So much of life is painstakingly planned, something highly recommended for real estate deals. But sometimes, like a soft breeze drifting in through the window begging for us to step outside, we are called to do something unplanned, something unknown. Whoa. Whoa, something just hit. Alright. Look at it, it's like behind us, like coming for us. Do you see this?
Yes, that's what I was looking at.
That's insane.
That's not. That's like you don't know what I'm looking at. If we go right now.
Back in Virginia, when the school year started up again and we went back to our gardening, I worked on design plans and got all of the information over to our contractors who were finishing up Dune House. But as Dune House was met with delay after delay, the cabin sat. As the months ticked on with no real progress, we worried we would miss the summer market and our photo shoot for my next book, Beach Life. At only 2 months until summer market and the Beach Life photo shoot, we were getting down to the wire. I'm in the beach cabin and we're gonna pull out existing fluorescent lights and put 3 recessed lights up in here to come under the cabinets. These are actually new boards that Kelly's been working on. She's literally been using some of the green stains from outside to get those like green undertones that you're seeing in these new pieces. So she's still working on them, but pretty good. We have to make sort of a box that's gonna go over this for the AC, and our lights that are gonna go outside of these 2 sliders. There's Kelly. So we know how big that box can be to make sure it accommodates the light. We'll do the same light on the other side. Thanks. Everyone's doing construction today, but here's the cabin. And then actually usually very peaceful around here. Everyone's having work done on their houses right now. Coming downstairs, we got Matt from the Bronco here. And this is amazing. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's only hard because the Our contractor, Travis, had been sharing progress photos and videos, and it looked to us from Virginia as if Beach Cabin was not at all going to be ready for the photo shoot in 2 weeks. So we took the kids out of school and headed down for a week in the Outer Banks to try to get it all done. Morning, the kids are still sleeping, and we are attempting to do something with all of this at the cabin. Dave was up late last night painting, so all fresh, ready to go. Here we go, the new doors are in. Painted twin bedroom, which looks so nice and fresh. And we are gonna attempt to deal with this hot mess right now. Okay, some of our treasures are arriving. My gosh, how beautiful is this?
I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't
Okay, what's happening? Dave's working on the tile. Hey, Dave.
the world in action.
Show your pretty tile job off.
Life with no distractions.
Very, very excited.
This is what we
Got things going on in the attic. It's getting better in here. Still a lot to do, but you can see floor. Look at that. I am back in our little cottage, doing hard work with my girls here, playing the tiniest game of Uno I've ever seen. Meanwhile, Dave and Louie went after the retiling of the bathroom.
Oh, you just pushed.
Because the kids were missing a whole week of school, we had to leave the older boys at home. So Louie was our biggest help here this week.
Guy? You're a good guy.
He and Dave worked late into the night, painstakingly laying every tile. With the constant stream of delays that had begun to plague us over at Dune House, with so much of the work being above our skill set and trades backed up for months, it was incredibly empowering to be able to get down to the beach cabin and make a difference. We were going back to our roots, getting scrappy, doing things ourselves, painting, tiling, reorganizing, and it felt really, really good. The remedy to stress is action. The sense of powerlessness I had been feeling for so long began to evaporate as we watched the cabin go from a hot mess at the beginning of the week to something worthy of shooting by the end. The story of how we did it and the final reveal will be shared in part 2 of The Beach Cabin.